Hey, what's going on, team? It's Ricky with Learn Plan Profit. I hope that you guys are all having an amazing start to the week. Market definitely is not opening, I don't think, the way that a lot of us anticipated. We hit highs of nearly 13,800 last week, right? We thought we were going to make some form of recovery. Very common resistance level right around 14,000. We are now down 1% on the day, and there's a significant drop right as the market opened. We are very oversold, most likely going to recover in some form of way. But as of right now, it's not looking very good. Tesla is down 2.5%. PTON, what the heck? There we go. So we got PTON. Where did that go? I think I just removed that. Here we go. PTON down 0.5%. AMD was also one that I was watching very carefully. AMD alone is down 2% on the day. 180-day chart, very oversold. We got Pinterest down, Twitter down 2.5%. Pinterest down 3%. eBay pretty much break even, actually not looking too bad, so that's actually good. Netflix down 1% on the day. Shopify down 2.5%. Spotify down 3%. So as you guys can see, the overall market's down, right? And let's see. Can you guys see my live stream, right? Let's see. I don't think that's the proper. Is that the chat? Good morning, good morning. Can you guys see what I'm... You guys able to comment? For those that are tuning on in. Good morning, good morning. All right, there we go. All right, just wanted to make sure that we're all good there. But yeah, Tesla approaching one of the lowest price points that it's hit since it's pulled on back, which is $6.50 a share. Wouldn't be much of a surprise at this rate, with the market dropping. I'm surprised Tesla isn't down more, just because of how aggressive it has been pulling on back. So, yeah, very, very bearish day for the overall market. There's not much. I don't know what questions you guys might have right now, but this is why we've tried to emphasize, why it's so important. If you do take an early position, if we do decide to buy in early, like I decided to buy in early on Peloton, I decided to buy in early on Tesla, Pinterest, Shopify, Netflix, all that, right? I did it with the dollar amount that I felt like I could, right? Yeah, so is it? So, that's hilarious. So I just turned off the computer today for house weekend. That's funny. Yeah, so yeah, I think a big thing that, we should definitely be talking about as of right now is, just with the position sizes that we have right now, understanding that it's not just our stocks that we're invested in that are pulling on back, right? It's the entire market, which I think, at least for me, just reassures me that, again, it's not the market is against me. It's just the market is a little bit more on the bearish side as of right now. So we just got Twitter and eBay. Did eBay just break above? Yeah, eBay is making new highs. Check that out. I like it. And Twitter is making new lows, so quite the opposite. Here it goes. 180-day chart, dropping below $52 a share. So are you shorting any stocks as of right now? I'm personally not, but it doesn't look like it would be a bad time to do so, right? The only thing with this is, do I want to hold those shorts? Of course, the market's pulling back as of right now, but because the market is so oversold, right, we can't be surprised if it begins to recover. So just make sure you don't put yourself in an unfortunate situation, right, with that. There it goes, pulling on back to 13,500. All I see is red, yeah, right? So definitely not how I thought we would have started this week, just with the way that everything looked like yesterday. On the 1 day, 1 minute chart, you could see this is where we were at yesterday during our Sunday stock talk. And then all of a sudden, it just begins to sell off, make lower lows, lower highs, all that stuff. And as soon as the market opens, right, at that same support level, all of a sudden, just boom, aggressively drops. So definitely looks like it's forming a support here though, so heads up on that for a potential reversal. There it goes, testing EMA. Let's see if we actually see a break above. So please be careful with your position size as of right now. So do you live near an airport? Yeah, there's a relatively pretty, like there's an airport that's like 10 minutes away from my house. It's a small airport though. I think that's where you guys hear the Cessnas and stuff. Alrighty. Can't freaking move this thing. ARKK dropping below $105.50. Tesla at 652. Tesla's still dropping like a rock. Look at that. Tesla's down over 3% on the day. All right. There it goes. PTON, a lot of consolidation. Let's see what stocks reported earnings today. You guys want to do that? Let's go ahead and check this out. All right. So today we have popular stocks like Workhorse. So WS, there it goes. Workhorse is down nearly 8% on the day. Damn. Look at that. Significant drop. It's been selling off ever since it peaked, and it has not shown any signs of a recovery. So definitely not something that I plan to buy the dip on. It's just not my cup of tea, right? We got Roblox reports earnings today. That was the Win. So it's a very popular resort. A lot of consolidation today. How's this been doing? Yeah, a lot of consolidation. Nothing crazy that I would personally look out for. So tomorrow we have Palantir. So a lot of you guys know Palantir, PLTR, was a very popular stock throughout its peak at $45. It's been selling off ever since. It's down nearly 5% today, and it also reports earnings tomorrow. This is tomorrow pre-market, so just make sure you take that into consideration. And then after market hours tomorrow, we got Fubo, which is a very popular stock as well. So make sure you take that into consideration. It's been selling off ever since. We have Lemonade, right? It was a very popular IPO. I don't know if you guys remember Lemonade, but peaked at 188 and then has been selling off ever since, rejected off SMA. And then we have Open Door. EA Games reports earnings tomorrow. Upstart, Unity, QuantumScape, so BigCommerce, and then Kinross. Let's see it. I would look into Interactive Brokers. Theo, I have heard great things about Interactive Brokers. You're more than welcome to speak to people, outs or people within our group that are outside of the U.S. and ask them for their 2 cents about the user phase. And I mean, you can open up an Interactive Brokers account and see if it's something that you like. So. Oh, I know Tech is today. Nice. Disney reports this week. I like that. I'm trying to see which one, if there was one. The Wix reports on Wednesday. That's exciting. Jack in the Box, Wish. All of those are pretty popular. Let's see, we got Yeti. Airbnb reports on Thursday, so that's an exciting one. Disney reports on Thursday after market hours. We got Aurora, very popular stock for I don't know what reason. I think that's the cannabis stock, right? But yeah, that reports on Thursdays after market. We got DoorDash, Blink, and then on Friday, let's see if we got any heavy hitters on Friday. Not ones that I see. I don't really know these companies. So the Whole Earth Brands, yeah, definitely don't know much about them. So I'll have to look a little bit more into them before I even decide to buy any of those. So my highlights for this week definitely are going to be Palantir, Airbnb, right? And I might follow up with Disney just to see how it does, but it's not anything that I'm super crazy to. Disney has recovered quite a bit, if I'm not mistaken, since its initial drop. So dropped a lot, fully recovered to 203. A lot of consolidation right now. It's just not a great enough deal for me to care, right? But we'll see where we go. There we go. Tesla with the drop, getting rejected off EMA. Look at that. Rejection. No indication of an uptrend just yet, so there's no reason for us to buy. As of right now, direction is not in our favor. So which platform would you advise? Which are accessible here? That's what I just said, Theo. I said Interactive Brokers. I would look into them. All right, so many airlines are breaking. EMA, let's check that out. Yep. So as of right now, there's a couple of them that were just consolidating or have been consolidating. I don't see anything new with that. So just a lot of consolidation here. Still trading below SMA line, right? Still kind of struggling. So if you like them, 100% all power to you. Go for it, right? As of right now, I don't see the direction or the opportunity to be anything that I'm crazy about. Look at that. Look at that. That's funny, Julia. I think it's super early to tell right now for PTON or for any stock right now. The market's down so much that it's influencing everything in some form of way. So I wouldn't be too crazy about it. But look at this. Just broke below 650 a share. 649. Look at that. 649 a share. I don't think we've broken below 649 in a while. So we headed right back down to 600. That's the range, the next range that it used to trade at. You guys see that? What do you guys think about that? These are questions. These are, conversations that we definitely have to be having. Look at that. 647, 648. Market's not messing around today. Market is, you think that's a sell-off? Let me show you. Yep. Yeah, the Dow is up 200. Yeah, I did see that, which I think is hilarious because I don't see there to be any specific reason that the Dow is up other than people are hyping it up that we're at new or record highs and it's up for no apparent reason. So that just means that when it does pull back, the pullback will only be that much stronger, right? Tesla needs some hugs and kisses to start trending up. I don't know if it's people that just didn't like Elon on SNL, but I saw Dogecoin crash as well, right? Shortly after. I don't know how it's doing now. I don't really keep up with that one, but how many of you guys watch Elon Musk SNL skits? Any of you guys? I know some of you had to. Oof. Wow, it dropped a lot. Dogecoin is back to 49. Sheesh. My goodness, that's actually a lot more than I thought. Yeah. Great monologues. Yeah, I like the I watched a couple of the recaps. I didn't watch the live, but um, I watched the one where Pete Davidson was one of the astronauts and stuff like that. I thought that one was pretty funny. So a time to buy more Doge. To each their own, right? So not seen it. Should I even bother? Um, I mean, he has a pretty dry sense of humor. It's not anything like, oh my God, it's the funniest thing ever. It's just, it's funny because it's him. That's all. There he goes. The Mars is great, right? Yeah, no, I agree. But that one was enjoyable. All right. Looks like we're trying to find the support once again. Let's see. NASDAQ, are you done draining us, right? Can we push up a little bit so we can breathe a little bit? There it goes. If I were to ask you guys, um, as of right now, as the market is pulling on back, what's your focus? Are you invested right now? Are you like, holy moly, I'm not going to touch anything, just not right now. Market's still pulling back. It's just, I don't want to touch it. Or are you someone that, you're fully invested? Where are you at right now? Because I'm kind of in the middle, right? I have a heavy position to an extent on Tesla. I can still buy twice as much as what I have in Tesla. So, I have enough buying power to continue to invest, but I have enough in Tesla that I don't really want to buy too much more when it's still selling off. Do you get what I mean? Are you right now, I think, a really comfortable position some of you guys might be in, and let me know if any of you guys are. You guys are like, wow, the market's really selling off. I'm not invested in anything. What should I buy? I think that's the way that I'm kind of viewing, based off of some of the conversations that I've had with some of you over Instagram or over Discord. Um, you know, you're just trying to be selective on when to buy, right? As the market is pulling on back, which I think is a great, again, position to be in, especially, you know, big picture. Trust me, I know it sucks being down. And that's one of the things that I want to share with you guys is I don't ever want to just be someone that talks about the glory of green days and all that stuff, right? We've said it before. If you can't accept the red days, you haven't earned the green days. So I really hope that, I don't care if you're new to the group. I don't care if you've been trading for a while, right? I don't care how big your ego is or how small your ego is. If you ever want to have a conversation privately through DM, just talking to me about how you're feeling, as long as there's a reason why on we're going to have this conversation, I hope that you know that I'm there for you, right? I would love to share my experiences with you, right? I'm sure, some of you might have a handful of unfortunate days just due to the market and how bad it's doing. But I can almost guesstimate, right, that I probably have more invested than, some of you that are getting started. So if you think that your red day is bad, I'd love to shed some light on my red day and be like, yo, I'm right there with you. I don't want you to ever feel like, you're alone. And I think the biggest thing that I can share with any of you is it's all about intention, right? If you're down on a day trade or if you're down on a lower cap stock because it's crashing right now, you're right. You are on a completely different boat than myself, right? I'm not invested in any penny stock. I'm not invested in any lower cap stock, nothing like that. I'm invested, all of my money is put in areas right now where I know I could hold. With the dollar amount that I've invested, I know I could hold these stocks for a long period of time and I'll be just fine with it. So does it suck that the market is pulling on back right now? 100%, but it's part of the process, right? If you can't tolerate pullbacks, then don't buy in early. I think that's a great way to put it, right? But now that the market is oversold, thinking big picture, not trying to think about how I feel today, not trying to think about how I might feel in a week or 2 weeks, because we don't know how long the market's going to take to recover, right? But I know that if I do my part in loading up in an effective way, when I view the market to be a good deal and I hold them, market's bound to recover, right? It tends to. So I think that's why it is so important to take that into consideration when you are down on a position. As of right now, as we're speaking, it looks like, look at this, we're continuously getting rejected off of the EMA line almost every single time like clockwork, right? We try to push up, approach EMA, get rejected. Push up, approach EMA, get rejected. So we can't be surprised. We can't be surprised that the market's pulling on back. One of the things that, again, I know it's a tough pill to swallow, but guess what? No one was complaining when the market pushed up for 20 days straight, right? No one was saying, oh man, like, why am I making so much money consistently, right? No one was saying that. But then when we begin to pull back a little bit, we're only halfway, pulled back as of right now because we still have another way to go, right? If it does continue to sell off. So just take that into consideration. What can we do better next time? Is it our position size? Is it selling most of our position at overbought levels? Is it waiting for it to pull back so we can begin to load up, right? There's so many different ways on how you can approach the market and how you can be more comfortable during a pullback, right? It still sucks, and it's obviously not the funnest part of trading in the market. But if you actually think big picture, it's days like these that can really prepare you for a very fortunate future. And I think that's a good way to put it. So, I of course try to take into consideration like how long Hannah it's taken to recover before, right? So do I plan out a time frame for my swing trades? There's obviously like based off previous patterns. Oh yeah, I expect this to take 1 to 2 weeks, 3 weeks max. But sometimes we experience hiccups like this, right, where we might be digging ourselves in a deeper hole as the market continues to pull on back. And this is just something that we have to accommodate, tolerate, and if we can't tolerate it, don't buy in early. But yeah, I appreciate you, Rick. Appreciate you, man. So indeed, if /NQ is down, let's see banks, transport, and many others. I like that. So having an alternative and understanding where you can put your money as the market's selling off. We all know that SQQQ goes up as the market pulls back, but just make sure you take that into consideration that it's a triple leverage ETF and maybe not something that you want to hold overnight. So will Biden send another incentive? LOL. So I think I think it'd be great if you could share some of your worst red days. I have shared, and again, I don't just want to be like, oh yeah, I've had horrible red. Of course, I've had horrible red days with the dollar amount that I invest in now. I actually uploaded my biggest red day on YouTube, and I did it with the intent that, I was really just hoping that at that point during that day that you guys would understand how I was doing versus also how you're doing. And there's perspectives to this, right? You might think that my red day is unreal, but then I have to take into consideration the people that are even more heavily invested than myself, right? Even more an aggressive red day. So I tried, if anything, red days for me on YouTube tend to do pretty well. So I try to upload when there's significant red days, right? If I'm down, $1,000 or $2,000, then it doesn't really, based off of in retrospect to my, I don't know how low that helicopter's flying. In retrospect to my account size, right, it's not that bad. So, but it's when the market's down 2, 3, 4%, then my red days become a little bit more significant. So to the chopper, good morning. Ricky and Alpha, good morning. So yeah, I'll definitely be sharing my red day today as well. I'm excited to do so. One of the things that I could do is I can wait. Let's do this. It's 7:05 right now. Market opened about 35 minutes ago. For everyone that's tuning on in right now, if you guys would like to ask me, let's put this in Discord, right? So go through the LPP. Don't go in the main chat, but go into Q&A. Just make sure you tag me. So under Q&A, make sure that this thing is open. So under resources, Q&A for LPP, I would just make sure you tag me, and I will select a number of questions that I get asked of what you would either like to know about my red day, if there's any questions you have about the current market condition, anything, any question you think that would be useful. Don't ask me to tell you what to do. I don't want to answer anything like that. I'm never here to tell you what to do, right? But if you're asking me like what I plan to do or what I would do in a certain situation, then I would love to answer those to the best of my ability. So if we can take the next 10 minutes and send any questions you might have, and then I'll upload a video about it on YouTube. We'll go from there. Yeah. So today's video will be more for you guys than anyone else, especially when it comes down to these red days. So BGF, really? Let's check this out. There it goes. You are correct. 1%. Big 5 sporting yields. Look at that. All-time highs, $34.15. Congrats. Very overbought, but it's pushing. So it's good to see at least something is up in the green, right? How's Peloton still holding? Peloton is up 1 point. I guess it's not too bad to, not a bad time to invest in Peloton. But I appreciate you guys' time. Hope and wish you guys an amazing rest of your day. Continue working hard, continue following dreams. Let your passion be a drive for success. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a great note. Take it easy, team. Is it too early to drink some Mountain Dew? You're an adult, TC, right? You can do whatever you like. We'll see you in the Discord chat. Take it easy, team.